forward now, right? See there. JDBC statements are categorized into three types. JDBC statements are categorized into three types. I have to scroll back here. Statement, prepared statement, and callable statement. Using statement, we can execute normal queries like create, insert, update, delete without in parameters. That is statement. Prepared statement also used to execute normal queries like create, insert, update, delete. One more is missing. Retrieve by using in parameters. Sir, what is the meaning of this in parameter? Means especially in prepared statement, the query structure is compiled. When the compilation has been completed, one prepared statement object is created with fields equivalent to number of parameter indexes that you have to practice once. Practically no need to practice statement. You have to practice prepared statement. Any doubts are there, you clarify from me or any other mentor available in the lab, clarify that. Because that prepared statement is available in ORM tools also. In the next journey, Hibernate with JPM may come, Spring JDBC may come, Spring ORM, Spring Data. They are all extension to JDBCs. There also you can see this concept of prepared statement because I represented in diagrammatical form indicating you how many parameter indexes are there, that many fields are available there. To set the data to that fields, we take a support of setter method. These setter methods are inbuilt to prepared statements. We take the support of that setter method to set the data. All of you clear this point now, right? Once the data has been set it to the fields, generally, we run that. For three steps are available. First, compilation, where fields are created. Using setter methods, we set the data to fields and we run it. So what you observed here now, compilation separate, execution separate. What is the advantage now? Once the query is compiled, you can execute any number of times. So try this assignment, this one. Whenever you find time, you try this. So make it to run at any cost. After many trials, taking support of anybody, make it to run. Not only running, try to understand also what it is. That's very important. So running also you have to understand it. Running means what? You can copy the code somewhere and you can run it. But after running also you have to understand what it is. There the clarity will be there because I am using while loop, right? Okay. So these are the last week session. Anyway, one day we wasted in the last week. Some 2 days missed, I think, totally. I am in pressure for this week. Okay, right? Now the third one is callable statement. Among that normal queries, create, insert, update, delete, and select maybe these 5 queries. Among that create we not used. Up to now, create using program we not used. I not given any program on it. You have to wait it. At the last, I'll write one program. Creating table using Java program. I'll write one program for a demo. In the real time, we never create a table using a Java program. We create a table whether manual or using any ORM. We take the support of any ORM. Object relation mapping tools in real-time company. We take the support of that ORM tools to create a table. That's the point. So finally, we are into callable. Make it. Callable statement is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to execute procedures which is used to execute procedures and functions, procedures and functions on database product. Callable statement is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to execute procedures and functions on database product. Underline procedures, underline functions. These two. Hope all are attending Oracle. I think your trainer will train queries, right? Normal queries, nested queries, some lot more subject he has it. He trains total and make a notes properly. That all query formats, different formats, you try it. Anyway, you can bring that query and try here. No problem. It will run it. So with the proper way, you must try it. Your trainer will train joins, next triggers, views, learn these three anyway. Everybody should learn queries properly from your trainer, and joins, triggers, views, you have to learn it. Then you must learn primary key, candidate key, foreign key and its importances. Then he will train PLSQL generally. Okay, right? Generally, Java developers working with DB product, they'll be weaker in PLSQL, generally, frankly speaking, because PLSQL is a separate developer is there in the market. Java developers advantages, you'll have hands on all sectors. You know HTML, you know CSS, you know JavaScript, on demand, you know Angular, right? You are updating them. Moreover, database side, some part you know completely, as if like DB developer, you cannot write it, but some part you know. So finally, from JDBC, I know how to run queries. So whatever the queries your Oracle trainer trains, all that queries sitting in the lab, you can do it out, no problem. Slowly, take any known table, you take book. Always be known tables are student, employee, book, if not product, if not any other customer like this. There are common tables we had in all the materials. You can try it. Beyond that all part, procedures and functions. How to execute procedure and function. I'll give a structure of procedure, how to create procedure, how to run the procedure. I'm going to train it. So that you have to practice with 1 or 2 programs, you have to practice it. So before going there now, callable statement is an interface from java.sql package and which is used to execute procedures and functions on DB product. Anyway, sir, this callable statement object is needed. If I scroll back, always we are concentrating on connection. Anyway, I removed the desktop and it's not working. The notes is available there. I'll copy it. Okay, right. You know, no, create a statement supported you to create implementation object of statement. Prepare statement method supported you to create implementation object of prepared statement. This two has been completed. Now prepare call. We had one method, prepare call, the third method. The prepare call is going to support you to create implementation object of callable statement. Make it like this. We use prepare call method from connection interface to create the implementation object of callable statement interface. We use prepare call method from connection interface to create the implementation object of callable statement interface. So moreover, in core Java, you concentrate on inner class also, right? You had three techniques of integrating classes because you're going for interview batch now, because I'm highlighting the points to be covered generally. Whenever you want to link classes, you can link through reference. Means one class will hold one non-primitive data type variable. That non-primitive data type variable will hold reference of object of another class. That's called references or interlinking. We had as a relation. One object will has a reference of another object. Second one is inheritance, linking two classes with extends keyword. That inheritance can be interface class also. That you have to learn it, right? Interface class, you have to learn it. Now class to class extends, interface to class implements. The two comes under inheritance concept. Single inheritance or multiple, that is secondary, but it is an inheritance linking two components. That may be linking two classes or linking one class and one interface. That model you have to learn it. Whenever two classes you are linking, you can link abstract class to class, you can link it. Again, class to abstract class, you can link it. That clarity must be there with you. That is second model. First model, reference. Second model, linking two components with extends or implements. Third one, class declaring with one more class, means class inside the class. That's called inner class. So a class can hold variable, a class can hold method, a class can hold constructor, a class can hold block, a class can hold non-primitive data type variable, which can hold reference of another object. Means a class has a reference of another object. That is next one. A class can hold features. Means what? A class can be linked to another class, or a class can be implemented to another interface. Now a class can hold one class. That is important. Understood? A class can hold one class. A class can hold one interface also. A class can hold one abstract. They are all called design models. So this all comes from there. That one method is coming and creating one implementation of Callable. How it is, means internally inner class is there. So the design models you have to learn it. So these are the highlight parts. Before that, a variable, method, block, constructor. This is the first phase of preparation. Second phase is exception handle, wrapper classes and strings. Then last phase is collection framework and multi-thread. Core Java is over now. That is a way of highlighting the components and preparation. When you come to advanced Java, only three parts: statement, prepared statement, and callable statement. Observe this or not? This is a way. So here you can cover almost 60 to 70% of questions you can cover. So I am highlighting that points to you. What are needed? I am highlighting, pinpointing that points to you, right? Okay. Because I am not given a theoretical part. JDBC, type 1 means what, type 2 means what, type 3, I am not given. It is a 10-minute session, what it means. So without knowing that three parts, we are using type 4 no, right? Anyway, there are 4 are available, you know, theoretically. You came forward, practical started. In that practical, we are concentrating on only 3: statement, prepared statement, and callable statement. Finally, if you want to create implementation of callable, we take the support of one method known as prepare call, available from which interface now? Connection. Sir, this one internally I want it, means at the last I'll write one program, core Java program, I'll show to you. Inner component, inner class I'll show. That also local inner class here. Local inner class means the class will be inside the method of another class. That is the design part actually. So we don't want to waste the time of core Java component writing here, and don't need to waste the times. We are not writing that statements. On demand, somebody asked 1 or 2 people. At the ending, I'll write that code to you, how to show that inner class inside the method of outer class. Design part. Finally, prepare call method from connection interface to create the implementation object of callable. Okay, sir, fine. Right. Now here, syntax, directly I'm writing a syntax, sorry, method signature, write it, method signature, method signature of prepare call, method signature of prepare call. So public abstract java.sql.callable statement prepare call of java.sql dot sorry java.lang.string throws java.sql.sql exception. Public abstract java.sql.callable statement. Return type of prepare call is callable statement. Here also string as parameter we had. Throws. I'm not explaining the throws because one batch who is sitting here, still you are under object oriented flavor, I know. So management given that information to me. One batch is added to you in the middle of object oriented program. So don't stress high level, sir, they'll bounce rate. So I'm not raising that level. Okay, right. In servlet, you cannot escape. I must raise it because server will come. So project development will come, server will come. Nobody can escape from that server. So on that day, I'll explain what is throw, what is throws, where to handle exception, what this exception mean, how the response come to web browser. I'll try it. Part of unit 2, I'll try it. Meanwhile, the course is going on. Right. So here, callable. Now, the syntax.
Khan, Hasan Khan, Archana, Nikita, Sajuni, Dharani, Shivangi, Tejeshwar, Jayashri, Sai Charit.
Okay, Andy. Look here, syntax. Right. Now, the method signature, let me show it once to you here. Java P, Java dot SQL dot callable, not callable, connection. From that connection, we had prepare call. From that connection, we had prepare call. This one. Prepare call return type is callable. Prepare call is with parameter string and raising one exception. That is SQL exception. Anyway, syntax, you know the syntax already. This is static method, non-static method, non-static. Non-static, you have to call with class name, object name, object name. So con dot prepare call here procedure or function. Here procedure or function call anyway. So return type of this is callable. Callable statement. CS. Callable statement CS is equal to con dot prepare call. There we had procedure call or function call will be there. Procedure call or function call will be there. Right. So this is a syntax I'm going to use regarding your callable. So among this, what is procedure, what is function? See there. So in our languages, means our high level languages like C, C++, Java, we also use a term known as a function generally. Right. Here we had C language roughly for comparison. C++ language, Java language. We never write Python only. The reason, before Java, Python not there. Before Java for us, C and C++ is their base. So always our comparisons with P, C and C++, that is our basis. So Python recently that came into market, they can make a comparison with Java because when Python came, Java is available. So they'll make a comparison. So before us, C and C++ is there. So generally we make comparison with this. Don't think that Python is opposite to us. Don't think it because they're not writing. Generally they'll think that only Java people never write Python. They'll think that they are not that not our indication. In 1995, our Java came. In 1995, Python not there. No, what is there? C and C++ is there. So our other knows C and C++. So our comparisons will be the C and C++. From 95 onwards today, our Java is independent only. It is not taking the support of any other components. So we compare with the C and C++. That's the reason behind it. Now, in C language, we are using one term known as functions. We are having one term known as function. In C language, the term is function. In C++, they call it as member function. Actual term is member function. Actual term is member function. Actually. But the students will call function also. Nothing wrong. Your university is given marks, it came out already. But actual name is member function. It is not function, it is a member function. Our Java people will never call function. We call it as method. That only interview question in core Java. What is the difference between function, member function, and method generally? So function means that function only. Marriage function, birthday function, that only. Why we say that example always means when there is one marriage function, early morning we carry all the food and go there and eat and come back. That's called function. Function means what? Part of program. Daily you are eating in the house only, no? On that day you are carrying your food outside and eating and coming. Means what? The part of program which is executed out of main program is known as a function. Understood now? That in C++, object-oriented flavor, no? They said bring that function as a declaration part of a class and inside the class. So it is a member function. So they are declaring inside the class in C++. They call it as member function. It is a member of a class. Sir, in some materials I seen, they are writing the function outside the class also. No, sir. In C++, in C++, you can write the class, write the function outside the class, but it should be scoped with the class name. You have to write the class name, scope, operator, method name you must write. Means what? Directly or indirectly, you are saying that the function is a member of a class. Method. Always inside the class only. There is no choice of going that function outside the class. So they never call a function. The part not going outside, no, they never call a function. Always it is inside the class only. We call it as a method. If you say function, it should be outside. So nowhere you'll write the function outside. Understand? You never call a function because you never write outside. Always it is inside the class only. Sorry, if I write what happened, error will come because grammar not available to you, error will be raised generally. So the function, what you are calling in C and C++, you must declare only inside the class, outside not there. So you're calling it as method. So these are two parts to you generally. One is return type, one is non-return type. One is return type, one is non-return type. Return type and non-return type. So here common we had, so return type is there, non-return type is there. Here also return type is there. Here non-return type is there. Non-return type is there. Here return type is there. Here non-return type is there. This is our languages. So in our languages, the students, they will learn C language, they learn C++, they learn Java. No, sir, directly Java. It is also accepted because you are picking the Java as in domain. So you are learning Java and entering into market. So the people can enter into Java directly. That's the point. So that one, few people will try it also, they'll enter. Nothing wrong, all our languages, you can enter anywhere. No. So finally today we are having discussion with database related language, that is SQL. SQL stands for what now? Structured Query Language. L means language only, no? Right. So in this language, they are calling it as function. They are calling it as procedure. They had two terms in their language. In their language, they had a term known as function and procedure. Two terms are available for them. So they had a term known as function and they have a term known as procedure. Function and procedure. Sir, what is the difference between this function and procedure? So here function means return type. Function means what now? Return type. Procedure means non-return type. That's all. Procedure means non-return type. Function means they call it as return type. Procedure means they call it as non-return type. They named it as different. Okay, right? That language people different because we are case sensitive. They are not case sensitive. You know that point from Oracle trainer already. You can write uppercase query, lowercase query, no problem. They had non-case sensitive language, but our is case sensitive. All that languages, C, C++, Java, all are case sensitive only because uppercase different and lowercase different, because ASCII value conversions are there. They identify with ASCII values and they do the data transfer. So if you take your SQL language, it is not case sensitive. It is non-case sensitive. You can write uppercase or lowercase. It will not make any difference. You have to maintain the spelling correct. Okay, right. So finally, what is function? Return type. What is procedure? Non-return type. Now write the notes. All of you made a representation here, right? Function, member function, method, core Java question generally. Right. Now make it. Define procedure. Define procedure and structure. Procedure is a set of queries executed on database product. Procedure is a set of queries executed on database product, and after execution, it will not return any value. After execution, it will not return any value. Procedure means non-return type. Simply you can say non-return type. Structure you write correctly. Structure of procedure. Create or replace procedure followed by procedure name, parameter list. Your functions will have parameter list, no? The same way your procedure is having parameter list. Is begin. Begin and end means open flower bracket, closed flower bracket. Begin and end. In between that begin and end, we are writing queries. Query 1, query 2, and so on. Right. Now draw one box for that procedure once. Draw one box and keep it structure of procedure. That is very important to you. You have to add that structure. Right. Define function, quite opposite the function. Function is also a set of queries executed on database product, and after execution it will return the value. Function means will return the value. Function means will return the value. Function is a set of queries executed on database product, and after execution it will return the value. Note, functions in SQL will use return statement to return the value after execution. This is structure. So in our languages also we are using return statement already. Now create or replace function, function name, parameter list, return data type as variable data type. Some complicated and clumsy syntax will be there, right? Careful. Right. Now look here. While I'm writing the example program, I'll explain that return type, return data type as I'll explain that syntax to you. Right. Let me start practical using this procedure and function. See that? Create and execute. Create and execute procedure on database product. Create and execute procedure on database product. For this, I'll take two database tables. Step 1, create the following database tables using SQL command line. SQL command line. I'll take one database table. Always I'll take one bank 45 I will take, where account number, customer name, balance, and account type. Customer address, I will take it. Account number, ADDR. Instead of taking address, you can take details. Address, some mail ID, and phone number. I will take it. So create table bank 45 account number of some 15, customer name varchar 2 of 15, balance some number of 10, 2, account type varchar. Account type means savings account, current account, or any other char 2 of 15. Now primary key of account number. Primary key of account number. Now create table customer details. Create table customer details 45, where account number is the primary key. The two tables are linked with account number of 15, address ADDR varchar 2 of 15, next mail ID varchar 2 of 25, and phone number of 15, primary key of account number. So create a table customer details, account number, address, mail ID, phone number, and so on. So the two database tables we had. Bank. Very good. Right. Let me create the two tables now. Create this table. So commit. Two tables has been created. Bank 45. customer details. Two tables are ready anyway. So in the database product, two tables are ready. I'm writing the program, I'm representing also. Flow I'm representing because today I have to do the assignments on procedures. That's a major target of assignment. So I created table. The table is bank 45. Here account number, customer name, balance, and account type. I'm writing a shortcut. So this is one table anyway. Like this. I created one more table, that is customer details 45, where we had account number, address, mail ID, and phone number, normally collecting the details. So account number is the primary key because I asked you to collect the information about primary key from your Oracle trainer once bit clearly for interview. Primary key, foreign key, candidate key, and how to join the tables by using views, triggers, joins. So these are the questions you expect on them generally for database side. Okay, right. Now these are the two tables available now. After the two tables has been completed, now make step 2. Step 2. Construct the procedure. Construct the procedure to create account. To create account. Construct the procedure to create account. One procedure which is supporting you to create account. Anyway, whenever you want to write one procedure, copy that structure here. Copy that structure here. See there. So in the here I given a structure. You can copy the structure. All of you should by heart this structure if possible for interview. They'll ask you to write the structure of procedure because Java developers will be weaker. So generally, if you write it, it adds an advantage to you, right? At least some part. Java you have to speak completely, but database said at least 40 to 60% knowledge must be there with you. So by heart this structure, it adds an advantage to you when you speak it, right? I am copying the structure here. This is the structure. Create or replace procedure. Now see there. This will not be changed now. Create or replace procedure. Only procedure name will be changed. Only procedure name will be changed. So the procedure name is user defined anyway. You can take your own name, like your function name, method names, your procedure names. I am taking create account. I am taking create account 45. My procedure name is create account. Sir, why you are writing uppercase? No restriction, just for here case, non-case sensitive, no, you can write anything, right? Create account. Okay. Now, sir, what this procedure is going to do? This procedure is going to insert data to two database tables at a time. This procedure is going to insert the data to database tables, two database tables at a time. In real time, procedures will update almost 20 to 30 tables at a time. They'll update it. It's a major advantage of a procedure. So here I am showing a demo. This procedure has to insert the data to two database tables at a time. At a time means when the execution started, the data should be updated in the two database tables. For that, see there. In our representation, how many columns are there here now? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many columns are here? 4. What is the repeated one? This is the repeated one or not now? So finally, in a unique way, how many data you have to update it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different values are not now. So customer account number, customer name, customer balance, customer account type, customer address, customer mail ID, customer phone number. So 7 fields now take 7 parameters. The processor is saying that I want 7 parameters because I am updating 7 values in the database tables. So I want 7 parameters. So here I am taking A comma B comma C comma D comma E comma F 1 2 3 4 6. One more is needed. E F G 7 no right. A B C D E F G. Roughly I'm taking right. Okay. So there are 7 parameters taken now. Sir, on what basis you took the parameter? I mean, this point is very crucial. So how many values you are going to update in the database tables? That may be 2 tables or 3 tables or more than 3 tables in the real time. That number of values you have to count it, and that many parameters you have to take it. That's the point. So A, B, C, D, E. So simply, so this one is account number now. Account number or not now, first one. What is the second one now? Sir, customer name. So this one balance. This one account type. This one address. This one mail ID. So this one phone number. Now you can be very easy or not now. I'm taking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No need to take same names. This parameters different, that different. Yes or no? Na? Yes or no? Right. These parameters are different and that column names are different. Right. So you can take any names here. Account number, customer name. If you are confused, no problem. You can understand it. Now write the queries here now. Now write the queries. How many queries now, sir? Insert into bank 45 values. How many values into bank now? Sir, account number is needed, customer name is needed, balance is needed, account type is needed. Now insert into customer details 45 values where account number, here address ADDR, here mail ID, here phone number, like this. So all of you understood how many queries are written here now? 2 queries. So 2 insert queries now. Procedure is a collection of queries or not now? If not, set of queries. It can hold queries. Insert into customer details. Right. Now. Sir, where I should create this procedure means in SQL command line, you are typing the tables and creating tables now. There only you must run this procedure. See there I am copying this one. Here, this procedure. See there. Here I am copying the procedure. I copied the procedure in SQL command line. No, same slash indicates running actually. Your Oracle trainer will give more information about it. Some spelling mistake I made. Right. Spelling mistake, no. Total spelling mistake. All are written. Right. See there. What is the spelling mistake means? Account number, I must say the data type. In your add method, int a you will say no. Right. In your bodies there are. Generally, how you'll write add method? Sir, int add of int a comma int b. You are saying the data type and variable names now. Right. So here variable names are there, data type not there. Write it, add it. Hope you written. Sorry for it. Strike out it. Right. Number. Account number is what type and number. Customer name is what now? Varchar2. Balance is what type now? Number. Account type is Varchar2. Varchar2. Address also Varchar2. Varchar2. Mail ID also Varchar2. Phone number is number. So we are saying the type. You have to say the type now. Account number, customer name Varchar2, balance number, account type is Varchar2, address Varchar2, mail ID Varchar2, phone number. So let me compile once. See there. For me, compilation error came now here. See there. Compilation error came now. Compilation error came means somewhere you typed wrongly 100%. Okay, right. New procedure I'm taking. Procedure created and previously forgetted data type. It has to come now. Procedure created. Where the procedure created now? Procedure created in the database only. Procedure created in the database. So commit. Right. Now write the procedure. So copy it and keep it. Right. So after this procedure is ready, see there in the diagrammatical form here, after database table, we created one procedure. We created one procedure. Imagine it. This is procedure. Procedure name is create account 45. Create account 45. 45. How many parameters are there now, sir? Account number, customer name, balance, account type, address, mail ID, phone number. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the parameters. These parameters will take the data input. So in our language also same only, no. The data will be passed here, no. The data will be loaded here, some 12 or 13 by using parameter pass. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By terminology, you can say in. So this is in parameter. In, we can say in. In parameter, you can say. Now inside this procedure we had two queries. These are the two queries. The queries are available inside. The two queries available in the procedure. Two queries are available in the procedure. This is the procedure. Now, two database tables, one procedure. Now, we have to execute this procedure and give the data. Now, this procedure will update the data in the two database table at a time. That only concept of a procedure. Now let us go to our Java program to execute this procedure, create account by giving some values to that procedure. Okay, that's a point. See there. Now, step 3 here. Step 3, construct JDBC application. Construct JDBC application to execute procedure. To execute procedure. Construct JDBC application to execute procedure. To execute procedure. Right. See there, I'm writing the program now. One minute. Right. Look here. Create one project. JDBC application 8, that is procedure 1 I am running. Click on finish. Right, look here. Add the jar file here. Right click. How many of you executed at least one program? Raise your hands. Okay. Actually, my schedule is Monday, next Monday, Servlet coding. If I cannot complete this Saturday, I'll conduct a Sunday class. Right, okay. Right. So build path, configure build path. jar. Apply and close. Maybe online only, don't worry. If right click on SRC, this you are doing already, right? Because why I asked at least one program means this jar file adding you know or not, I asked. So right click, test, package, test. So under this, I'm going with class dbcon 8 as usual. dbcon 8. Import java.util. Import java.sql. Always try and catch. Exception E dot print stack trace always. S dot close. So you have to read the data from the console first. You have to read the data from the console. For this, I am reading system.out.println. Enter the account number. Enter the account number. So long account number will be very big integer value. You can take one. Account number is equal to long dot parse long s dot next line. Why I'm using parse long here? Because after this numeric number, I'm going to read your customer name. The customer name is a string. It will be skipped if you don't write parse. So for that, I am taking system.out.println. Enter the customer name. Now string customer name is equal to s dot next line. System.out.println. Enter the balance. Enter the balance. Balance will be in the form of float. BAL is equal to float dot parse float of s dot next line. Now system dot out dot println. Enter the account type. Enter the account type. String account type. Type is equal to s dot next line. Address and mail ID. Address. Mail ID. Here phone number anyway. Phone number is long. Here next long enough. No need to convert parse int because after long, sorry, phone number, no numeric data, sorry, no string data will come or no data will come. After reading the data into these variables now, we have to connect the database product. We have to connect the database product. Database connection is common. So connecting the product. After connecting the product now, here creating object for callable. Callable statement CS is equal to con.prepare call. So here you have to observe the syntax anyway. Double quotes. Here the syntax, observe carefully. Anyway, string is the parameter, but here when you are calling a procedure and function, open flower bracket, closed flower bracket. The syntax. Whenever you want to call a procedure, open flower bracket, closed flower bracket. Here call create account, create account 45. So how many parameters are there now? 7. So 7 parameter indexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct only, no? 7. Okay. Now call create account. Create account. Spelling must be very much correct. Create account and how many parameters, that many parameter indexes, like your prepare statement. Same. Here also that index values will, sorry, fields will come. We are going to set the data. Same process. Right. Okay. Now, after this one, we can set the data now. Set a long, first one, set long, parameter index 1, here account number. Now CS dot set string parameter index 2, this is customer name. Now CS dot set, sorry, set float parameter index 3, this is balance. Now CS dot set string parameter index 4, this is account type. Account type. Now CS dot set string parameter index 5, it is address. Now CS dot set string parameter index 6, that is mail ID. Now CS dot set long parameter index 7 and phone number. So as if like prepared statement, here also we are going to set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There the methods are execute query and execute update. Here only one method, execute. CS dot execute. This is execution. If any disturbance available in the procedure, the control will come to catch block. That's all. When the control comes to catch block, an exception raises. When the exception raised, procedure failed. That's the meaning actually. If exception not raised, procedure is executed successfully. It's a meaning to be identified here. Here, if there is no exception, the message will be executed. Println procedure executed successfully. Procedure executed successfully and updated customer details anyway. And updated customer details. If you want to close it, close it. Con dot close. You can close it. Now, let me run it once. Here tables are there. Procedure is there. So all are committed anyway. Now look here. I am running the program now. Run it. Enter the account number 612345 Customer name some Raj. Balance some 12,000. Account type is savings. Address is again SR Nagar. Mail ID r@gmail.com. 7878781234. Right. Now let me cross check whether it is updated or not. Select star from bank 45. Select star from customer details 45. Two database tables are updated at a time. Create an account in your banking sector is procedure only, because they'll give one form to you whenever you want to open one account. They'll give one form to you. Almost it's like a booklet only. Almost 15 to 16 pages of booklet they'll give. They'll collect different fields from you. And opening balance, some 5,000, 10,000, if not 1,000 opening balance. I'm calling it as balance. They fill all the details and they'll submit it. That only. In the background, one procedure executed by taking all parameters, update multiple tables, permanent address, office address, when something. These are different fields are there. No, many tables will be there. All the tables are updated at a time. So here execution time will be saved and high performance will come if you use a procedure. Because of this reason, separate PLSQL engineers are available in the market. They had a demand also. PLSQL separate carrier. SQL, everybody knows. PLSQL, many levels will be there again. If you know PLSQL, you are having a carrier. Separate carrier is there, domain carrier. Only PLSQL engineers will be there in the companies. They work only on procedures. Even your PNR numbers. Your PNR number, once journey completed, PNR number should be destroyed actually. It has to be destroyed. To destroy that PNR number, per one day, how many PNR numbers will become invalidated? Lakhs. So all that cannot be deleted manually, no? PNR number deleted. So they'll construct one procedure with one condition, date wise, time wise. They'll conduct it. They'll make that PNR invalidated. Understood this point now? There also procedure is working. Like this, in many areas, procedures are going to play one crucial role. And if a Java developer has at least a small idea on procedure, you can understand the documents delivered from the DB section. In the constructing mode, no? DB section people, database section people will send a documents to you for construction to understand that you are practicing what kind of work I must do related to database, running your procedure. It's a theory anyway. So here program program is dbcon8.java. Here the output I will copy. Last class notes I updated or not updated? I forget it, I think. Right. Right. So this is your right. So let me finish off the diagram also. 20 minutes time is there anyway. Look here. So first the day we are reading the data to account number 612345 customer name is equal to Raj. I took it. Balance I took some 12,000 and account type I took savings. Address I took some SR Nagar. I took mail ID as r@gmail.com. I took phone number is equal to 78787812. So these are the data you took from your input anyway. So when this is the major point, just I'll write and I'll leave it if you understand that anyway. Sir, in this syntax, what happened? So in this syntax now here, one callable statement is created. One callable statement object created, where we are having call, create statement 45, like these 7 question marks are there. Now, while object creation, 7 fields are created. So 7 fields are created. As if like your prepared statement. Here parameter index numbers are available. Parameter index numbers are available. And this address is available on here. Right. After this, we are setting the data anyway. By using a setter method, we are setting the data. Right. By using this, we are setting the data. So hope you understood this, no? Yes or no? Na? Understood, no? Right. They'll be updating there. Once updated, I'm writing the updation directly here. You can draw the, and no need of drawing the arrows. We understood already. 612. The data are updated here. The data are updated here. Here 12,000. 12,000 or 1,200, anything. Savings account, and here address Sarnagar. One more is missing, huh? Right. Mail ID. Sheesh. Mail has phone number. So whenever I say execute means automatically the data are updated here. Data should be updated. They'll come and load here anyway. This is the imagination you had. The data will come and load here. Not only parameter passing anyway. Like this, the processor will take the data and update. You understood? No, anyway, the flavor you understood, right? So as if like prepared statement, we are collecting the data into one variables. By using some setter methods, we are setting the data to that fields of your prepared statement. From there, the data is updating into database tables, not only concept of your procedure. Anyway, today I'll update the nodes. Right. For imagination purpose, I'll paste the diagram here. Right. Take one assignment now for tomorrow. Assignment. Create and execute procedure. Here, anyway, step one is database tables. Construct DB tables. Here, I am asking to take EMP data 45, employee ID, employee name, employee designation, EMP address 45, employee ID, house number, street name, city, and pin code. Take your address. EMP contact 45, EID, mail ID, and phone number. EMP salary, EID, basic salary, and total salary. You know basic salary, total salary already. These two are extra for practice purpose. That is house number, street name, any street name, 1, 2, something, street name, city and pin code. Employee contact means mail ID and phone number. So I given demo for 2 tables, you take the demo for 4 tables. You had a much time, no? Right. So management given only 1.5 hours to me. For you, 22 hours given, no? Right, you can consider 22 hours. Right, okay. Sir, I must sleep it, sir, will sleep for 10 hours, no problem. So remaining 12 hours is there, no? Sir, I must eat it, sir, eat for 4 hours. Remaining 8 hours are there, no? Sir, I want to chat with my friends, sir, chat it. Sir, 2 hours you can chat it, I think. So remaining 6 hours are there, no? Right. I must travel it, sir. Remove that 2 hours. Remaining 4 hours is the lab. That only strategy. If you want to learn one language correctly, 2 hours theory, 4 hours practical, unless not possible. Right. This is. So construct this. This is for one day only. Today and tomorrow do it. Tomorrow, I'll go with procedures two types, in parameter, out parameter. Tomorrow I'm going to get the data from database table using procedure, advantage of procedure, function. Today you understood means tomorrow it will be speed up only, because today the flavor you understood already. Tomorrow out parameter procedure, advantage of procedure, function program, and two assignments on out parameter and function we are concluding. If time is pending, I'm going for transaction management. Next topic is transaction management. Make it right. So these are points now. One assignment enough now? Can I go with two? Right. Okay. Thank you very much for today. I'll upload the notes by 8:30 today, 100%. Good.